Hello and welcome to episode 22 of the Driver's Debrief. I'm your host, Nicholas Patty, and we are into the 2025 season of sports car racing. It is back in full force. We had cars on track, doing the thing, doing the racing, and we are here to cover it on a special Tuesday evening episode of the Driver's Debrief. But first, before we jump into everything that I have to update you on, make sure to follow right here on X, where we're doing this live stream right now, so that you can keep up with everything that's going on in the motorsports world Sunday through Saturday, Sunday through Sunday, Monday through Friday, whatever your schedule is. We are here covering it. So make sure to follow at Drivers Debrief on X, and then also make sure on Rumble and YouTube to follow as well. We upload every episode after the fact to both platforms. So wherever you enjoy watching or listening to the Driver's Debrief, make sure to follow, subscribe, comment, like the episode, and more. Tonight is going to be a short episode, as we're really just going to blow through some news from the X bookmark folder, and then we're going to get into the Roar before the 24. We're not going to so much focus on the testing, as again, that is all subject to BOP changes this week going into the race. I don't think they're going to be that indicative of race performance or race pace, but we are going to jump into the Roar before the 24, meaning the VP Sports Car Challenge races that we had on both Saturday and Sunday. Guys, we are coming at you with a lot of piss and vinegar. We're smiley, we're happy. Good news today, but I'll save that for another time. Let's jump into the cooldown room in our X bookmarks. Laura Muller becomes the first ever female race engineer F1 has seen, as she becomes Esteban Ocon's full-time F1 engineer with Haas. That's coming from Autosport. According to Competition Plus, Alan Reinhart, the beloved voice of NHRA, is not returning in 2025 as an announcer. He was the at-track announcer for the last 30 years. The first time he announced on a national level was 1989. And he hasn't said that he's going on to do anything yet afterwards. He's just stepping away. He's just had his time, so he's stepping away. Let's continue. Ex-Haas race engineer Gary Gannon has joined Aston Martin ahead of the 2025 F1 campaign, but we don't know who he's going to be the engineer for. He was Mick Schumacher and Nico Hulkenberg's former race engineer. WRT in World Endurance has confirmed their 2025 LMGT3 drivers for their full year campaign. In the number 31 car, it's going to be Augusto Farfus, Timur Borgoslavsky, and Yasser Shaheen. And then in the number 46 car, Ahmed Al-Harti, who we're familiar with obviously in the number 46, Kelvin van der Linde, and Valentino Rossi. Peugeot Sport has also confirmed their World Endurance Championship driver lineups. In the number 93 car, Paul di Resta, Mikkel Jensen, and Jean-Eric Verne. In the number 94 car, we got Loic Duval, Malte Jacobsen, and Stoffel van Dorn. Let's continue moving on. Christian Reed is joining as a driver. He's joining Iron Lynx in the number 61 car for the FIA World Endurance Championship season. Moving to more NHRA news, JCM Nitro has an all-female driver roster with Alexis DeJoria and Ida Zetterstrom. Ida was partnered last year with Tony Schumacher in the other JCM Nitro car. He has been outed. He's been pushed out for Alexis DeJoria. So good luck to both of them for next year. According to Racer Magazine, the Trans Am Series has announced a GT1 challenge that will provide SCCA Club Racing GT1 class competitors with an opportunity to compete for Trans Am titles. Road and Track has nominated the Lamborghini Revelto, or they've awarded it the 2025 Performance Car of the Year. Grove Racing has revealed the details of their Bathurst 12-hour return to the mountain. They've added Fabio Schiller to the racing team. to join Steven and Brenton Grove in that Mercedes AMG GT3 car. Aprilia released their MotoGP liveries. JR Motorsports has officially entered a car into the Daytona 500 for the first time in the Cup Series, with Justin Allgaier as their driver, partnering with what was his name? Chris Stapleton, the musician. They're partnering with him and his Travelers Whiskey. Cody Ware, according to Racer, is making a full-time return to NASCAR's Cup Series with Rick Ware Racing. And I think that's about it in terms of the stuff that we haven't covered. So I think we're up to speed on the cool down room business. But let's go ahead and get into the results. This is, at the end of the day, what we care about, what we're interested in, is the VP Sports Car Racing Challenge results. VP Racing Sports Car Challenge is what I meant to say, guys. I am blowing through this. I hope you appreciate that. So let's go ahead and run through the qualifying very briefly. In GTDX, which, remember, is the GT3 addition to the VP Sports Car Challenge. It used to be LMP3 and GT4. Now it's GT4, GT3, and LMP3. In 33rd was AJ Muss of AF Corsa. 32nd was Jake Walker of Turner Motorsport. Ha, ha. 31st, Christopher Tosca in the Aston Martin and GSX. 30th, Matt Dalton. 29th, Frank Depew. 28th was Roland Cranes. 27th was Angus Rogers. 26th was Farhan Siddiqui. 25th was Matthew Siegel. 24th, Patrick Wilmot. 23rd, Chris Walsh. 22nd, John Hirschberg. 21st, Rob Walker. 20th, Ian Porter. 19th, Jackson Lee. 18th, Stephen Clemens. 17th, Justin DiBenedetto. 16th was Greg Leafouge. 15th was Kiko Porto. 14th was Kyle Washington. In 13th, we had Vincent Barletta. In 12th, Dave Musial Jr. In 11th, Dave Musial. In 10th, Samantha Tan. In 9th, Matthias Perez Compact. In 8th, Adam Adelson. Then Matthew Dickin, Marco Schultes, Jonathan Woolridge, Brian Tiens, Brady Golan, Marcus Palmer. And on pole in the Duquesne, Valentino Catalano. Let's now move. Nice. Now the page is not responding. Let's now move to race 1 of the VP Sports Car Challenge at Daytona. Boring race. Unfortunately, I literally turned it off with 15 minutes remaining. I just wasn't even remotely interested. In last place, Jake Walker. Haha. 32nd, Matt Dalton. 31st, Frank Depew. 30th, Ian Porter. 29th, Farhan Siddiqui. In 28th, Christopher Tosca. In 27th, Stephen Clemens. And Chris Walsh in 26th. Roland Kranz in 25th. Matthew Siegel 24th. Angus Rogers 23rd. Jackson Lee 22nd. Rob Walker 21st. 20th is Justin DiBenedetto. In 19th, Patrick Wilmot. Gregory Leafouge in 18th. Kiko Porto in 17th. Matthew Dickin in 16th. Dave Musial Jr. in 15th. Kyle Washington 14th. Vincent Barletta in 13th. Samantha Tan in 12th. Dave Musial in 11th. Compact in 10th. AJ Muss in 9th. John Hirschberg in 8th. Jonathan Woolridge in 7th. Adam Adelson in 6th. Brian Tiens in 5th. Mirko Schultes in 4th. Marcus Palmer in 3rd. Brady Golan in 2nd. And the pole sitter, Valentino Catalano, relatively unchallenged in the Duquesne, winning the race. Wow. A lot. My voice is getting dry, but I am going to jump into race 2. And yes, we are blowing through this. This is supposed to be a short episode, and then we're going to get into more previews coming soon. In last place in race 2, Jake Walker. In 32nd, Mirko Schultes. 31st, Brady Golan. 30th, Christopher Tosca. Stephen Clemens in 29th. 28th, Farhan Siddiqui. Siegel in 27th. Dalton in 26th. Kranz in 25th. Depew 24th. Walsh 23rd. Walker 22nd. Rob Walker, that is. Patrick Wilmot in 21st. Angus Rogers in 20th. Leah Fuge in 19th, De Benedetto in 18th, Ian Porter 17th, Jackson Lee 16th, Dave Musial 15th, Kiko Porto in 14th, 13th, Dave Musial Jr. In 12th, Matthew Dick and John Hirschberg in 11th, Vincent Barletta in 10th, Samantha Tan in 9th, Kyle Washington in 8th, AJ Muss in 7th, Compact in 6th, 5th is Adam Adelson, Brian Tins in 4th, Justin Woolridge in 3rd, Marcus Palmer 2nd, and sweeping the weekend and the pole sitter, Valentino Catalano in 1st. A few things for those of y'all that did not get to watch the race. Believe it or not, LMP3 cars with LMP3 drivers are not faster necessarily than GTDX cars and drivers. That's essentially the whole talking point. This is a really embarrassing episode, quite frankly. But that all being said, I'm looking at my monitors. That all being said, this is really a holdover episode. I slept in on Monday. I slept in this morning. I apologize. That's what being unemployed will do to you. But we are back working. We are coming out with these episodes. I am going to do the NASCAR, MotoGP, and IndyCar previews. I'm honestly, I can't even talk. Honestly, I'm going to jump on and do one tomorrow. So if you're watching this live, thank you very much. Make sure to come back by tomorrow. Turn on those notifications when you follow here on X at Drivers Debrief. And if you follow on YouTube and Rumble, make sure to like this video, comment your thoughts on the Roar Before the 24 action and Daytona butchering the Le Mans chicane. There's plenty of drama on that. But make sure to turn on those post notifications, guys, so you don't miss a single episode of the Drivers Debrief. Episodes 23, 24, and 25 coming at you. And we have the Rolex 24 this week. We're going to do the all-nighter. We're going to grill. We're going to drink. And we're going to bring it to you Sunday after the race, immediately following live here on X. You're not going to want to miss that. Thank you so much for watching. This has been episode 22 of the Drivers Debrief. I'll see you next time.